Hello, Bonnie Church here, coming to you from the beautiful Blue Ridge Mountains, from my own little home-based office. Okay, and I just wanted to share some thoughts with you. I get a question very often from people who ask me, how can an introvert succeed in a business that seems to be designed for extroverts? And I'm an expert at answering that question because I am an introvert. Actually, I'm something called an ambivert. An ambivert is someone who, I guess this is the best way to describe it. I can generate the energy to be with people for short periods of time, and then I have to retreat and go off by myself. I love hiking in the mountains with my dogs and my husband, reading books, painting, whatever. And sometimes just the whole thought of getting on the phone and talking to people is painful to me. So, I've had to overcome those kind of things in order to succeed in this industry, but they're actually very easy to overcome. Science has shown, research has shown that introverts have a distinct advantage when it comes to sales. Why? Because introverts tend to have the ability to ask questions and listen to the answers. And that seems to come across better for people who are listening to you than the person who is overly aggressive and overly pushy. And there's a biological reason for that. There's something in our head called the amygdala. The amygdala is like a radar scanning your environment for any particular threats. And if it feels like you're under threat, like for instance, the person you're talking to is demeaning you, dismissing you, not listening to you, trying to push you into something, then your hormones will respond and you will be under stress. And your tendency is to want to argue with them. It's called fight, freeze, like, oh my gosh, what's going on here? And as soon as you get away from that person, you make sure that you've got them blocked on your phone so you never hear from them again. Or flee. And that means, find an excuse to disappear as quickly as possible. People who are introverted are less likely to trigger that negative amygdala response. And that is such a good thing. But you got to embrace that inner introvert. The things that you do well are this. You do well at asking questions and listening to the answer. But the important thing is you need a system, kind of a system of questions that you ask so you don't freeze or you don't feel insecure or whatever. You can overcome those things. So what I do and what works for me is something I call forming. It's I ask people about their family, about their occupation, about their recreation, about money type issues, and I listen for the answers. And when I hear pain in their life that either the products or the business can resolve, then I have some questions I'm going to ask. And the very first question is this: do you keep your options open? And that's a powerful question. Why? Because that keeps that person in the driver's seat so they don't feel threatened. Remember the amygdala? Remember the little radar in your head? And then if they say, yeah, I keep my options open, I give them the steering wheel one more time. And I'll say, well, if there was a way to resolve that problem, would you be interested in more information? Okay, and if it's yes, then I book them into an opportunity to either see the business or get more information on the products. So if you have some sort of system that kind of rolls off your tongue while you're doing what you do best, and that's asking questions and listening to the answer, that goes a long way to helping you to book appointments and ultimately move your business forward. But what I love about the unfranchised business system in particular, as designed by J.R. Reitinger, is that he says something like this. He says, if you hate sales, then find two people who don't. you know? And because once if you just kind of hold on long enough to find two people that are as serious about this business as you are, you've set something in motion that's going to carry in motion. So, oh man, God bless you. Come on up here and hike in the mountains with me. I'd love to see you. Hope that helps.